Hey, what's up, everyone? Let's take a look at visibility parameters, pun intended. All right, so taking a look at the vanity that I have right here, this one is where we're going, right? This one has a faucet built in with the visibility parameter, so I can uncheck that apply. I have this Kohler vanity with a deck mounted sink already built into the family, which is kind of nice, but it was missing the faucet. And I want to just kind of show things real fast. Schematically, I want to just have things placed in plan view and have everything done rather than needing to constantly line up a faucet on top of this countertop, for example. But you can use this in multiple different ways just to make your projects go faster and make your families a little bit more robust. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go and get this family edited, and we're going to bring in this faucet, align it, and do a visibility parameter right now. So I'm clicking on the family. I'm going to go to edit family. That's going to go and open up the family editor. It'd be the same thing as going to file, open family, and bringing in the family that way. And what I have is the item, and there's no faucet. So the first thing I need to do then is insert, and I need to load my family, and I need to navigate over to where that faucet is. And so I have that faucet right here, faucet deck mounted. I'm just going to say open. So you'll want to download one or find one that you like and bring that in. And you'll expect it to show up next to your mouse, but it's not going to. We're going to go over to create. We're going to go to components, and then that should find your last loaded in item. Otherwise, you could drop that down and find it from there. Okay, now there's a couple options up here, so don't let them throw you off. You can place on a face, you can hover around and get a face, or place on a work plane, and then that's going to default to whatever the work plane is in the project. Here in this family file, there's only one reference level plane, and I believe that's on the floor. So I'm going to do place on face, and if I don't like its orientation, I can tap spacebar and just get that thing aligned real fast. That'll save us the rotation command later. Hit escape a couple times to get out of the placement command. Now here, it's going to be easiest if we go to a plan view. So we could go from like a top view here, or we can go to that reference level and we can see everything real nice here. We could use the align command to snap things in place, or we could just go and do move. And then I'm just going to move from the peak of this just straight over to the center hole. And then I would go and move the midpoint on this faucet straight up to the midpoint on those holes. Once that's placed, I don't really have to be concerned about this thing moving around. I could pin it in place if I would like to. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. And then from there, we can go and set our parameter for this. So to set a parameter under graphics, right now it's visible. I can go and hit the associate family parameter. This little button right here. A lot of people don't even know about these buttons, but that helps associate parameters, and you'll get a little equal sign in there when the parameter is set. So I went and clicked on that equal sign. And now I'm going to go and click on the star new parameter. With that new parameter, I'm just going to call this faucet. I'm going to group it under graphics or visibility. Either one is fine. I'm going to do visibility. We're going to make it instance parameter. That way I can go and place multiple vanities and control exactly what I want to happen at each instance. Otherwise, if I do the type parameter, when I go to place that family, if I edit the type, I'd have to duplicate to make different versions of the different objects I want if I want any variation between the two. So it's a little bit better, I think, in this case to do an instance parameter, but realize a type will affect the whole type, where an instance will select individual changes on those objects that are placed. So then we're going to say OK. So it's family parameter, faucet, instance, visibility, and it's a yes/no common parameter. That's by default. It's grayed out. We're just going to say OK and say OK. And now that we have that, we can load it into our project and close. And so it's just going to go and load into the project that I have open. Do I want to save any changes to this? I'll just say yes. And I'll just say yes, replace it. And then we're going to go right into the project with that. We can override the existing version and its parameter values. And so it's going to override this one here. And here you're going to see that I don't even need to use this faucet anymore that I had floating around. I don't have to place it anymore. This one's exactly placed based on how we associated it in the family. And you'll see here that I have the visibility toggle for it. Anytime I go to place these, I can go and do that. So to show you that just real quick, I can go to create similar, and I can go and place just another one right here. And then I can make these two act independently of each other with the instance parameter for visibility. So there you go. If you like that, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.